Hi everyone, Monica from Cure GABA-A. We wanted to share an important research opportunity with you. Cure GABA-A is asking our families to consider traveling to Cook Children's Medical Center in Texas to take part in a study for children with genetic epilepsy. And we know that traveling with your children is not easy. It takes time and planning and energy and a lot of support, but this study is really important because it will help researchers better understand what is happening inside our children's brains. So many of our children have seizures, developmental delays, movement challenges, communication challenges, sleep issues, and other neurological symptoms. And our community usually asks, well, so what's happening? And how is my child's brain being affected? And how will doctors know if the treatment is working? So studies like this, and this study specifically, is trying to help answer those questions. The Cook Children's team uses safe, non-invasive brain tests called MEG, M-E-G, and high-density EEG. These tests measure brain activity from outside of the head. And they do not involve surgery, and they do not involve radiation, and they do not involve injections. And so the study may also include a small blood sample to look at GABA and related chemicals in the body. But that's it. So as you know, GABA is one of the brain's most important calming signals. And in many of our GABA-A disorders, the balance of brain signaling and disruption contributes to seizures and other symptoms that I listed earlier. And so the goal of this study is to find something called biomarkers. So a biomarker is a simple, measurable sign that tells researchers something about the body or how the brain is working. And for our community at Cure GABA-A, biomarkers are very important because they may help doctors and researchers better understand our children, track changes over time, and one day be able to measure whether new treatments like the ones that we're working on are truly helping. So this kind of research can help prepare our community for future clinical trials, which is why it's so important that if anyone has the availability to go to Texas. One of our Cure GABA-A parents, Lisa O'Connor, has already gone to Texas. Lisa O'Connor is Charlie's mom and Cure GABA-A's head of network and program management. So she recently traveled to Cook Children's with her family, Charlie, and they participated in the study, and Lisa made a video to share about what the experience looks like. So I will send it off over to Lisa now. Take it away.
Hey everyone, Lisa O'Connor here. I just got back from Texas where we were able to do the MEG research appointment with Charlie and Jack, just to give a little feedback on kind of what it all looked like. So we flew out of Atlanta and flew into Texas. We stayed the night in the Fort Worth Stockyards, which is just the cutest little spot. And it's only 15 minutes from the hospital where the research is taking place. So we stayed there. There's 3 different hotel options there that you can choose from. And it's just a fun little town. There's the cattle drive 2 times a day and little shops. You can get restaurants and all those kind of things. So you can turn the research appointment into a fun little family trip if you want. So once we got there, when we got to the hospital, we checked in with the front desk, and then we went to the radiology department, and Ivan met us there. They then took us we signed the consent forms, and then they took us to get the blood draw. And depending on how many people are there, it took about like 15-20 minutes to wait and then get the blood draw done. After we got the blood draw done, we went back down to start the testing. And they put the hat on that you saw in the pictures, the EEG hat. And then they also did those funny looking glasses. They put those on and they did some testing. to see the different parts of the brain. So they put the EEG on, and then after they did the EEG, they then put Charlie and Jack into the MEG machine, which is in the picture as well, the big machine there. So, and that's probably the hardest part, is you're trying to keep as still as possible so that they can really get the best data. However, they work with you, they give you breaks. They're so kind, and they do whatever your child needs. They totally understand how to work with different types of kiddos. So you sit there for about an hour, and the kids are gonna be looking at the screen. There will be images that come on the screen. There's a time where they close their eyes. There's a time where they have a little headphone in their ear. They're listening. And then the MEG machine is just tracking all of the information so they can look at it afterwards. Overall, it was such a great experience to work with them. Everyone there was so kind. Everything is done so well. So it was really a very good experience from that standpoint. It did take about 4 hours for the whole appointment, so just be ready for that with snacks or whatever you need. But overall, it was really a great experience, and it was great to get to work with them, and hopefully this will continue to help our kiddos. So thank you.
Thank you, Lisa, for sharing your insight. To learn more, families can click on the link that we'll provide below. That will get you in contact with the Cook's Children's Research Team. And as always, thank you for participating. We'll keep you updated. Bye.